It's been said that home is where the heart is. It's where you turn when your life is at its hardest. It's not often said, but sometimes home is also where the hate is. It's where you're turned into a target, where your face determines what you're faced with. But Citizen Schools was home, as in a haven, for when the outside world was cold and your house wasn't a place to be raised in. Citizen Schools was a home, as in a haven, where I, as a budding teacher, was given room to grow, even room to cave in. And on those days when the weight of the world outside of the classroom was all too much to hold, my students looked at me and I think I looked a lot like home. And on those days when the world outside of the classroom felt like it was at the end of its fuse, those students were my rescue, my refuge, my muse. We're told to take off our capes, check our martyrdom at the door. There's no room for riding in on a white horse to save black and brown faces anymore. But what those training sessions and your life's lessons can never prepare you for is what you will see when you realize that those faces staring back at you are our world's opportunity. Home is where the heart is. It's supposed to be a haven. But these days it feels a lot like somewhere to dump the hate in. So what do you do when you're standing there in front of a room full of kids who are told every day, in either an overt or in the most painfully subtle way, that they aren't expected to rise, that they won't get that scholarship, or they're not good enough for that school, or that they will never escape the violence and drugs that seem like neighborhood rules. And they're not worth it because of how they worship, that they're denied the resources and the tools simply because of where they come from, who they are, and who it is that actually gets to choose. You tell them to sit back, relieve their weary shoulders of their backpacks and of all those naysaying boulders. You teach them what it takes to run a restaurant, then realize there's a future 5-star chef in the midst. You teach them the nuts and bolts of robotics and spark the mind of a future scientist. You teach them about brick and mortar and how to build a business, what it takes to be an entrepreneur, and how to investigate like a reporter. You set the expectation that they are meant to rise, that they are of the world in so many ways, and then you place it in the palms of their hands and in their eyes.
Big full sound, please. Good posture. Ready?